Dear students, in Mathematics 1A, here we are teaching you some important questions, very important questions here we are teaching you. In every question paper Mathematics 1A, we'll get 24 questions, okay? For every question of these 24, we have given you 5 guess questions and we have shared you this PDF in your student groups already, okay? Here we are considering long answer questions. We have 7 long answer questions. In that 7 you need to write 5 long answer questions. So I'm picking mathematical induction question here. That is question number 19 of your mathematical induction. This is question number 19 of your question paper. I'm trying to solve few questions of mathematical induction. Okay, in mathematical induction, if you want to, they'll give you one statement. You need to prove the statement is true for all natural numbers. When we want to prove any statement is true for natural numbers, generally we'll write the given statement. S of n be the given statement we'll write, and will put n value as 1. Okay, we will put n value as 1 and will prove the statement is true. Will prove that the statement is true. Then again we assume or we suppose that the statement is true for n is equal to k. For n is equal to k, the statement is true. This what we assume. Again will prove that the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Will prove that the statement is true. Okay, here for n is equal to 1 will prove the statement is true. For n is equal to k, we assume that the statement is true. For again n is equal to k plus 1, again will prove that the statement is true. For every problem of mathematical induction, we'll follow only these 3 steps. Here I am starting you first question. What is your first question? We are showing 1 by 1 3 plus 1 by 3 5 plus 1 by 5 7 so on is equal to 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1, that is equal to n by 2n plus 1. This statement we are proving this as true using mathematical induction. I have taken the question. Now I am trying to prove this. For 7 marks question, when we start the proof, immediately write the statement again. Let 1 by 1 3 plus 1 by 3 5 plus 1 by 5 7 plus and so on plus 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 is equal to n by 2n plus 1. You are writing the statement, you are copying the question again and you are writing it as be the given statement. If you write this sentence, 100% you'll get 1 mark here. Be the given statement you need to write, you'll get 1 mark here. After that, in this question, they gave you few terms. Here this is your first term. 1 by 1 into 3 is your first term. 1 by 3 5 is your second term. 1 by 5 7 is your third term. So like this, if you consider this term, we are considering it as nth term. What is nth term of your question? Write it here again. Nth term, Tn is 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1. This is very useful to write it here. Write it and keep it in a box. Okay. Now as I said, we are solving this problem within 3 steps. What is that 3 steps? In step 1, what we are going to do? We are trying to prove the statement is true for n is equal to 1. So for that reason, you are putting n value as 1. Put n is equal to 1. Where we need to put n value as 1? In the question, whatever statement we have taken, in this statement, we can see equal to symbol. For this equal to symbol, left hand side part we are considering LHS and right hand side part again we are considering it as RHS. This is your LHS, this is your RHS. In this you need to substitute n value as 1. So here I am considering n is equal to 1. I am substituting the value of n is equal to 1 in LHS as well as in RHS. Okay, what is LHS here? Left hand side part of is equal to, that is 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1. Here I am substituting the value of n as 1. That is 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 into 2 into 1 plus 1. What value this will be? 1 by 2 minus 1, that is 1. 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3. 1 by 1 into 3, value will be 1 by 3. Okay, after substituting the value of n is equal to 1 in LHS, again I'll consider RHS also. What is RHS? Right hand side part of question, that is n by 2n plus 1. I'll consider n by 2n plus 1. Here also I'll substitute the value of n as 1. 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1. 1 by 2 plus 1, the value is 1 by 3. So clearly I got both values as same. LHS value is 1 by 3, RHS value is also 1 by 3. Now I'll write, therefore LHS is equal to RHS, first you need to mention. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. The given statement, therefore the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. Here after completion of step 1, again you will get 1 mark. This is very comfortable step. Here just we took LHS as well as RHS and we substituted n value as 1 and we proved both the values are same. Okay, now I am starting with step 2. What is step 2? As I said, in step 2 we have to assume that the statement is true for n is equal to k. So we are writing, let us assume or let us suppose, anything you can mention. Let us assume that the given statement, for these statements they'll allot marks. The given statement, let us assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. Okay, what we'll do, if we are assuming the statement is true for n is equal to k, immediately what we'll do means, we'll consider the statement. This is our given statement. In this statement, we are taking already this as statement is true for n is equal to k. So we are replacing n by k. Simply we are replacing n by k. So here I am copying that. I am writing it as 1 by 1 3 plus 1 by 3 5 plus 1 by 5 7 plus and so on plus 1 by, here we took 2n minus 1, 2n plus 1. If I replace n with k, what happens? It will be 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1. And RHS, they gave n by 2n plus 1 in the question. Now I am replacing with k. So k by 2k plus 1 it will become. Okay, just by replacing n is equal to k, automatically here also you will get 1 more mark. Till here, by writing the given statement, by substituting n is equal to 1 value and by substituting the value of n is equal to k, we got 3 marks. Now I am going to explain you step 3. What is step 3? Generally, this is a little more we have to concentrate here. In step 3, what we'll do? We have to prove again the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. For that, what we are doing? Up to n is equal to k, the statement is true. Now we are adding k plus 1th term of k plus 1th term on both sides of step 2. Means here we are doing adding k plus 1th term. What is k plus 1th term? Here, that's why we have mentioned nth term here. Are you able to see this question? Here nth term we have taken, no? Here we are taking nth term. What is nth term? Nth term is 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1. This is our nth term. But I want k plus 1th term. What is k plus 1th term? In place of n, write k plus 1. Means this is nth term. Generally we are saying it as nth term. Automatically it will become kth term. When we want k plus 1th term, just replace n by k plus 1. Means in nth term, if I replace with k plus 1, what happens? 2 into k plus 1 minus 1. 2 into k plus 1 plus 1 I'll get. Correct? In place of n, just I wrote k plus 1. So it will become 1 by 2k plus 2 minus 1. 2k plus 2 plus 1. So it will become 1 by 2k plus 2 minus 1 means plus 1. 2k plus 2 plus 1 means plus 3. This is your k plus 1th term, which should be added. This should be, we are adding k plus 1th term. Where we are adding? On both sides of step 2. Both sides of step 2. Step 2 also we are able to see in this page. What is that step 2? This is step 2. Here in for this step 2 we are adding k plus 1th term. This is what k plus 1th term we are adding on both sides of step 2. So what happens? Let me write the statement again. So here already 1 by 1 3 plus 1 by 3 5, so on I am writing, plus 1 by 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1 is there in step 2. For this now you are adding k plus 1th term, that is 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 you are adding on both sides, means RHS also we are adding. RHS it contains actually k by 2k plus 1, k by 2k plus 1. Here also you are adding 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. Okay, left hand side we got k plus 1 terms, up to k plus 1 terms we got. Right hand side we need to simplify. So here, to make the common denominator, you need to make common denominator so that we can take LCM. So for that reason, here already k by 2k plus 1 is there, plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. So to make common denominator, what is the difference here? Here we can see 2k plus 3 extra in the second term. So what I am doing is, first I am taking here k by 2k plus 1. So I want 2k plus 3 also here. So I'll multiply and divide with 2k plus 3. I'll multiply and divide with 2k plus 3. After that I'll write the same step again, plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. Okay now. So what happens? We made it as common denominator. When it is common denominator, what is LCM here? 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 is LCM. Numerator contains k into 2k plus 3 here and plus 1. So 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. If I multiply the numerators, what happens? 2k square plus 3k plus 1. So again, if I simplify by factorization, 3k can be written as 2k plus k plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. So just I am copying the last step and I am trying to simplify it. What is that? 2k square plus 2k plus k plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 I got. Okay, I am taking this as one batch and this as another batch. So what happened? In the first two terms of the numerator I can take 2k common, then it will be k plus 1, again 1 common, again it will be k plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. Again in the numerator I can take common. What I can take common? K plus 1, k plus 1 I can take common. What happens if I take k plus 1 common? In the first term I am left with 2k, in the next term I am left with 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. Here 2k plus 1, 2k plus 1 gone. So I am left with k plus 1. This is 2k. 3 can be written as plus 2 plus 1. Why I am writing? I'll show you. K plus 1. Here if I take 2 common, k plus 1 plus 1. Listen to me. In the question they gave you RHS part n by 2n plus 1 they gave you, no? So if you want to prove this statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1, wherever n is there you should get k plus 1. So here you need to get, in place of n you need to get k plus 1. So here k plus 1 by 2 times of k plus 1 must be the answer. That's what I tried to get it. Correct or not? N by 2n plus 1 is there. In place of n, I got k plus 1. Correct? After completion, now again you need to write the statement. Therefore, the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Okay? Then you need to write, therefore, by principle of finite mathematical induction. The statement is very important. If you write this statement again, you will get 1 mark. By principle of finite mathematical induction, given statement is true for all n belongs to n. If the statement is true for n is equal to 1, after assumption of n is equal to k, if I prove again n is equal to k plus 1 also the statement is true, automatically it is that statement is 100% true for all natural numbers we can mention. This is what mathematical induction long answer question. Thank you.